Alright, today we're talking about borrowing money. When you borrow money from someone, normally you have to pay interest on it. And interest is usually the percent that you're going to pay by the end of a year. So if you borrow money at 10%, that means that simple interest at the end of 1 year, you will have paid 10%. So you probably already did this, but you know this, but we have principal times rate times time. So principal is your original amount. So let's say you borrow $500 at 10% or 0.10 for 1 year. Your interest will be principal 500 times rate 10% times 1 is $50. Simple interest. Now, let's say you borrow $200, principal's 200, at 5% or 0.05 for 6 months. 6 months. That would be 1/2 year. So you'll go 0.5 for a half of a year, because the percent is always figured for a year. So the $200 times 0.5% would be $10. $10 times 1/2 would be $5. So your interest on $200 at 5% for half a year would be $5. So in the end, interest plus principal means at the end of the half a year, you would have to pay back $205. Alright, now let's erase that. Show you what they call installments. So your installments are simply your payments. So let's say you're paying once a month, which is pretty normal. If you borrow 500, let's go bigger number, $5,000 principal at 10%, that's your rate for 1 year, that's your time. At the end of a year, your total interest on this borrowed money is going to be $500. Okay, that's your interest. So you need to pay back this 5,000 plus this 500, right? So we have 55,000 was your principal. So you're paying back at the end of the year. You're gonna have to pay back $500. Alright. Now, what you need to do is take the 5,500. If you're paying on it for a year, monthly, divide it by 12, and that will give you your monthly payment or your monthly installment. So 40, 80, 70, 65, 60, 0. Alright, so roughly your monthly installment is going to be $450 times 93 cents. If you take that times 12, you should come out to 12 installments, because it's once a month, it should come back out to $5,500 if I figured it correctly. So that's pretty much how simple interest works. To find your interest, you take your principal times your rate times the amount of time. If it's less than a year, you just divide, take it times whatever part of a year it is, and then if you want to figure out your monthly installments or your monthly payments, you're going to need your total, your principal, plus your interest, which was $500 in this case, and divide that by your amount of payments. So if you were paying on half a year, you would divide this by 6, because you would have 6 payments, monthly payments. Hopefully that makes sense.